What we talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about? Yeah.
Big beats.
We talk about the music, talk about the culture. Talking about. We talking hip hop, cause it's never over. What we talking about? You know we bring the heat, cause the world colder. Right. We ready for this war and we got our soldiers. What we talking about? We talking about the way we gotta feed the streets. What we talking about? We talking food for thought, everybody eats. Real life. We talking real life, but we ain't gotta preach. Not at all. We talking about love and we spreading peace. What we talking about? We talking about the news running through the town. Right. We talking about the way we hold our people down. What we talking about? We talking real gems, people gotta learn. What we talking about? We talking cash money, people gotta earn. What we talking about? We talking about respect and we talking pride. Right. You gotta stand tall when you come outside. Real life. We talking about the news that ain't out yet. What we talking about? If you want that real talk, this is that outlet. What we talking about?
Yes. Welcome back to What We Talking About. Man, we got a special guest in the building. We got the good brother from the Good Brother Experience. We got the homie Reek in the building. What's going on?
Brother,
What's
everything.
going on, man?
Man, everything crisp, brother. I'm over here just chilling.
Yeah, man. Before we jump into it, though, man, I definitely want to appreciate you for tapping in with me, man, and coming on the podcast. You know, a lot of people don't.
That's
A
a
lot of
fact.
people don't show up and jump on podcasts. You know, I'm trying to build this thing, so I definitely appreciate it. And I always listen to your podcast. That's why when you pop back out, I said, "Oh shit." You know what I mean? I ain't stopped following the podcast or nothing. I was like, I seen it on my feed. Nigga at work, like, oh, okay, cool. We back on deck.
Yeah, my nigga, I appreciate that, son.
Yeah,
I mean, similar to you, getting my shit off the ground, brother.
yeah. But see, you know, you've been doing this podcasting thing for a while, man. You know, I that's how I came across you from your other podcast. The
Yeah.
He-Man Woman Haters Club, I think it was. That's what it was called, right?
Mm-hmm.
He-Man? Yeah. So shit, that was a minute ago when podcasts
It's like
first
10 years
started.
ago.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Where the fuck do time be going?
I have no idea, bro,
You know?
at all.
Let me ask you, where you feel like, you know, back then, podcasting was, you know, everybody, it was different than it is now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if they was giving out those type of deals that they doing now. And I see people creating podcasts, and me, I'm a podcast fan. You know what I mean? Like, I don't listen to the radio. Like, I like actually searching up new podcasts. You know what I mean? Because everybody got a difference of opinions and stuff. So I'll be like, yo, let me listen to this shit. If I like the title of the podcast and then I look at the description, I'll check it out. That's what I like about
Yeah.
podcasting. You know what I mean? It's like discovering new music.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah, I be putting people on. But yeah, let's get into this, man. You from LI, man. What part of LI you from?
From Amityville.
From Amityville. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm from LI as well, man. I'm from Riverhead
Where?
myself. I'm from Riverhead.
Out east. Okay.
Yeah, man. You know, what do you think about like Long Island as a whole? Like, do you feel like Long Island should be mentioned more than it does? Just
No.
in any regards, whether it be, you know, whatever, however you feel, you don't think it should be mentioned, or you think it's mentioned
No.
enough?
I don't think it should be mentioned at all, and I really mean that.
Oh, damn. Why?
Nah, there's a specific reason why I'm saying that, though.
Okay.
Know what I mean? Because just from living here for the majority of my life, you start to see like the different sectors of Long Island and the places of Long Island that people gravitate towards.
Right.
Because I want to say that if you're not from a particular place or if you don't have family, there's no reason to go to like 90% of the island, for real.
Right.
Because the same, for your listeners, I don't know where your listenership is from, but I'm just gonna start saying random towns. If you go to Mineola, if you go to Levittown, if you go to where you're from, Riverhead, if you go to Port Jefferson, if you go to Hampton Bays, if you go to Spionk, if you go to a number of spots, you know what I mean? Like, these are small hamlets. And that's the thing I learned with my previous job, that Long Island has like 6 towns, and within those towns, there's subdivisions that they refer to as hamlets. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, due to the fact that the towns are so small, like it's really hard to build any sense of community,
Mm-hmm.
which is why the social scene is only centered around like maybe like 4 strips. You might have the Hamptons for the rich people. You got Patchogue for, the younger crowd. You got Huntington, you got Farmingdale, and then you got close to Queen. And socially, that's it. There's all places you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not fishing, if you're not snitching, or if you're not into wine, there's really nothing to really speak to Long Island about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times people gravitate here for escapism. So if you were living in a project in the Bronx, or if you were in Queens, or if you were in Manhattan, and you came into some money, or you're somebody who's been working hard for a long period of time, and you don't want your children to grow up like you, yo, I want to get a house on Long Island. So people come here to escape their community, which has a direct effect on the fact that Long Island doesn't have a community in the first place because everybody's here for escapism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to really mention shit when there's nothing but really just it's transplants here, people that come here from the war and old money.
Mm.
Nothing more, nothing less. People that came here, World War II veterans that set up shop and then they had kids and then their kids had us. Or niggas that got some bread, got their weight up, got a crib out here. Or people that been had cribs out here because I mean their grandmother been here since 1980, or I'm sorry, since like 1940, or the fucking owner of, I don't know, Vaseline lives out here and shit like that.
Right.
So due to the fact that there's such a lack of community, like what are you really going to mention Long Island about besides bagels and the Hamptons and Montauk Point? Like there's really not much to really mention for it.
What about the music scene? As far as a lot of people came from LI.
But it's so far infused. Even the people that are from LI don't even rep it. Like
That's
Ashanti's from LI, Mariah Carey's from LI, Busta Rhymes is living in LI,
mm-hmm.
Method Man was living in LI, Keith Murray from LI,
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Murphy was raised like, but nobody is repping it. The people that reps LI is white people.
Mm. You don't see that you don't see that changing at all, do you? 'Cause I think they
When Rock
should rep it. You know,
when, when Rakim got famous, he was taking, no, he wasn't taking. I'm sorry. When Rakim got famous, he became like this cover rapper, which is deserved. He was doing music videos and projects, nigga.
mm,
There's a reason for that. So
yeah,
Rakim was from Wine Dance, bro.
yeah,
There's no projects over there.
right. Yeah, that's where my mom and my brother from Wine Dance and shit.
You know, my cousin is from Wine Dance, so I was spending a lot of time out there. So if you look at Rakim videos, that shit is nowhere near Long Island, son.
Right.
Like everybody else does music video in their hometown. You got Snoop Dogg doing shit in his hometown. You got Eminem doing shit in his hometown. You got Jay-Z doing shit in Marcy. You know what I'm saying? You got Nas doing shit in Queensbridge. You got Rakim, which is on the same level as these people. LL Cool J doing shit in Queens. You get to the God MC, these niggas doing shit in
Right.
Brooklyn. That tells you what that tells you the pride that niggas have from being here, son.
And that's that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying because it should be they should be again maybe it should be a little different if they would have came up doing that and not necessarily you know going the Brooklyn route or the Queens route. You know what I mean? And just making it in the hood and all that. I dig it. I dig it. I wish that people did give us more light than it did. Maybe we need to support each other more and all that.
There's no community here,
Yeah.
so it's hard. I've been thinking about this for years, bro. That's why I'm so prepared for this question, and I didn't even know you was gonna ask it. If you just look at Long Island as a whole, where are you gonna go to have fun?
Mm.
Just right now, pop quiz. If you want to go have fun,
Oh yeah, I've been
if matter
shit.
of fact, look,
Hey, I
no,
live in
no, just let me
Chicago
let
right
me ask
now.
this question. But what happened?
I said no. I
You
said
say you
right.
live in Chicago, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All right, so boom, you in Long Island because you want to check your mans because you say you're from Riverhead.
yeah,
So you in Long Island, and let's say it's July and it's hot out. Where are you gonna go to have fun, bro?
yeah. You're right. Because even before
Like
when I
where?
was out there, it was nothing. It was nothing to do.
Where the fuck are you going,
Yeah.
son?
Damn.
I'm from here, and I might have messed with 5 Long Island women my whole life, bro.
Wow.
Because
See,
where do you find them? Like
you
if you go to high school with them, like where are you finding anybody? Like there's you have to be out getting coffee one day, or you have to go to like a bullshit white bar and hopefully some black women come in there. Like there's nowhere to go. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You know what's crazy that you said that? I personally I had dropped out of school in 10th grade, right? And
Okay.
my grandmother, she always used to be on my ass because, coming up, I was like the nicest nigga in the town and ball and all that. But when you don't have nobody pushing you and you're good at something, you don't take advantage of that gift. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
fact.
I literally would come home. I had the coaches at my crib. I done rolled up and smoked weed while the coaches, my high school coaches would be like, yo, come on, man. Like, you wasting your talent, this, that, and the third. But my pops, he don't push me to be like, yo, my nigga, you fucking up. Nobody told me that, right? So I took advantage of
Right.
that. So my grandmother, she always told me, she always worked, all my life, she's worked at LIU, right, in the Southampton campus. So she's like, yo, you should do this program. You should do this program, right? I'm like, man, grandma, I'm running around. I dropped out in 10th grade. I'm not thinking about college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she lived in East Hampton, but then she also had a studio apartment in Harlem because she would work at the LIU in Brooklyn. So my man boss from my town, this is my man. I known this nigga all my life. He was like, yo, I'm gonna go to LIU, whatever, whatever. So we went to Brooklyn one day. We was going down Fulton buying some sneaks or whatever the case. So he like, yo, let's stop at the dorms. I'm like, oh, we could do that. My grandmother work over there. So now that I'm on the campus, I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, this all right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So my
Well, shit fake
grandmother,
out over here.
yeah, shit, all right. And my grandmother, who's always pushed that, maybe, like I said, I dropped out 10th grade. She was pushed that shit for like 3 years nonstop. Like, yo, just come in this program. It was called the HEOP program. So I finally said,
EOP.
yeah, I said, HEOP, Higher Education Opportunity Program.
Okay, my fault.
Yeah.
Because when I went to school, it was called the Educational Opportunity Program. It was EOP
Oh,
for me,
okay.
but it's the
Yeah.
same
See,
shit.
yeah, they added the H on that joint. But
Yeah.
but long story, I went in there and then now I'm actually seeing a whole different life than what I was seeing, in Riverhead. And that's why I met my wife that I'm with now there.
Tough.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because like this was '05 when I went there, my nigga. So and I was going to see my grandmother at her office, probably get some money or something. And I literally bumped into my wife, right? And I bumped into her. She had a CD player, whatever the case. That shit dropped. From that moment, we just been together. But
That's fire,
if
bro.
my grandmother didn't push me to leave Long Island, you know what I'm saying? Like to try something new, man, where I'm from, man, it's a bunch of nothing. Niggas is ratting, niggas is this, niggas is that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of bullshit
I
going
know
on.
exactly where you're from. There's Spanish people over there. There's a comedy cellar and the aquarium, nigga.
Yeah,
That's what's in
yeah.
Riverhead.
Yep. I was like, man, and my wife, she be looking at me because sometimes I'd be like, yo, you don't understand how much you say in my life because a lot of niggas that I used to run around with, I got a nice core niggas that's still around, but a lot of niggas is in jail, some not here no more. You know how that story goes, but it's just like, yo,
Because the jail is right there in Riverhead.
yeah, right there. My brother lives in Wyandanch, he got locked up. They sent his ass to Riverhead. One of my mans is in there like, yo, what's up with you? Who you? Like, cause he not from around there. Niggas is used to seeing niggas from the hood in there. And he was
Right.
like, yo, man, yeah, I'm from Wyandanch, whatever. He's like, yo, but my brother live out here. He's like, who your brother? He's like, yo, my Rick, my brother. He's like, oh, word, Rick, your brother? Mind you, this my man from third grade. He's like, oh, my nigga, I got you. Whatever you need, you good. But it's so small that,
Right.
they just happen to be in the same joint. But I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying by it not being nothing there. And, I wouldn't have been where I'm at now because if I would have let that, like, Riverhead keep me bottled to Riverhead. You know what I'm saying? You know how some people are like, yo, I don't want to
Hmm.
leave the hood. This is not, yo, my nigga, I live in Chicago right now. But I've been gone from Riverhead for a long time, but it's just the fact that I opened up my mind to just try new shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I was in Chicago last year too,
yeah,
where
yeah.
Chicago's a good vibes, and I was
Yo,
fucking with it.
my
Harold's
nigga,
Chicken and all that.
my nigga, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I came here. My daughter, we was like, hey, let's do like a family vacation, right? We said this. I only been here for a year. We moved here from
Hmm.
Maryland, and she said, "Oh, let's do Chicago." Now, mind you, I never been to Chicago, and I never had a perception of Chicago. You know what I mean? So I ain't know what Chicago looked like or nothing. I just never thought to go to Chicago ever in my life. And we visited here for a year. We came out here for a week, and I was just like, me and my wife just like looked at each other like, "Yo, I could fuck with this." You know what I'm saying? Like this is a nice vibe. Like you said, it's mad food, too much food places to even think about. You know what I mean? And then we just say, yo, you know what? You want to do it? We just did it, my nigga. We moved out here. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my wife and my kids. We just moved out here and we trying something new. But that's that open mindedness that I'm trying to instill into
Man,
my kids. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So let me ask you
hell yeah.
this: what's your goals with podcasting? Like how what do you want to get out of this craft of podcasting and sharing your thoughts and your point of views?
The real goal, there's two goals actually. One is for this to be the tree, and then have this tree branch off into other things.
Mm,
And like if podcasting could just hold down the bills, then I'm like, all right, cool, I got this covered. But
right,
then I feel, not even I feel, because I've done a whole bunch of things in my life. The podcast will allow me to have other opportunities that I wouldn't have without the exposure of the podcast itself.
right,
So to have this lead into other things, uh, entertainment, business opportunities, relationships, knowledge that I wouldn't be privy to because I'm just not around a certain type of person. But if a certain type of person deems me to be entertaining, I can then be around a certain type. I'm sorry, be around a certain type of person, so they can expose me to some knowledge I wouldn't formally just know with the people that I have around me currently. So, there's allowing the podcast with the podcast blossoming that will then in turn give me more opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So the real goal of the podcast is for me to just get more opportunities that will stem from podcasting.
right. Yeah. I like the. You know what I like about podcasting? I like that. You can be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like we can still live our
Yeah.
regular normal lives and just do what we need to do as far as paying our bills and stuff like that. But we can also come here and create something that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? That other people could come and gravitate and share. Because my thing, like, I want to have like my own network. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
even right now, like I'm trying to build a network, so I have 3 shows, right? So I have this one, and then I do a one called Dumb Crimes and Criminals, because to me, like, when I'm at work and shit, I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. That's like I don't know, it's something about true crime podcasts. Them just be mad interesting and crazy. Like, so I listen to all types of true crime podcasts, right? So I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna try and do like a comedy style one about dumb criminals. You know what I'm saying? Like all these is super serious about mysteries and murders and this and that. But who's joking on the motherfuckers that's doing dumb shit? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like niggas snuck.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what my whole shit is about. I just did a story yesterday about a nigga who's facing 98 years in jail because he was on Facebook selling the car to people, stealing it back, selling it to somebody else. He did that shit like 8 times.
Yeah, I
So
have a story about that.
so he, that's what that shit is about. And then I got one about like movies and shit. I'm a big movie head. So it's like that's what I like about podcasting is like you really can create content about around your interest. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Yeah.
that shit is fire. And I be telling people like, yo, start a podcast. They're like, I don't know what to talk about. I'm like, yo, you got to be interested in something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you
Right.
interested in? Word.
But it's more than that though, because you can have a general interest in something, but people inherently just aren't entertaining speakers.
Oh
Like just
yeah.
think about it. Out of all the homies you have, who's really a good storyteller? Bro? Maybe two niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
even if you have all the information in the world and you're really dialed into whatever that you're particularly into, can you make it palatable to someone who doesn't know about it and make them interested in it? And majority of the times it's no.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Cause a nigga will be funny and,
Yeah.
and your homies will be mad funny. And then on the podcast, he might not be as funny. Or
Yeah.
other people don't take his comedy the same way you take it
Cause
because
you
you
gotta
grew up
think
with him.
about it. Like, yeah, he's your friend. So like y'all have inside jokes, like you know how he is. Like y'all there's physical humor attached to things, and if you build a relationship with somebody, there'd be mad times it can be me and one of the homies out somewhere and it's a super serious situation and me and son looks at each other and we start laughing because that's just how we are, which is why we're friends in the first place.
Right.
But making strangers laugh, like these niggas don't know you. These niggas don't share your sense of humor.
Right.
These niggas don't know your inside jokes. These niggas don't know your sarcasm. Can you make them laugh?
Right.
And the majority of the like the overwhelming majority of the time, the answer is no.
Right. And you know what's crazy? I never even really looked at it that way. That's why I was like, yeah, because you're right. It is more than just coming on here and talking about something you're
Right.
interested in. Because we all are interested in shit, but can you make that palatable? Yeah, that's a good point. And most people
Yeah,
can't.
it's a show.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like niggas are watching you talk.
Right.
So are you engaging? And the majority of times niggas ain't engaging. Niggas just be cool.
Right.
And cool is good enough to have friends and shit, but cool isn't just good enough to have an audience. Cause niggas don't want to watch cool. Niggas want to watch things that's entertaining.
Right. Yeah.
Like if they want to watch something that's cool, they'll do that shit where I don't know if you ever came across these videos of like things that get crushed. So they'll take like a bowling ball and a crusher
Man,
and
listen.
see like how much you know
Yeah.
the type of videos I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
I'll be
Like
on that shit
it'd be the
watching.
audio version of that type of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Like,
oh, here's how to make a rug. Like that's something that's cool and whatever. But just watching a nigga talk, bro, niggas ain't fucking jacking that shit, bro.
right. Yeah. Shit definitely gotta be entertaining. What do you think about the like Netflix, snatching up podcasts? Do you think that they should, look at podcasts on the come up as well? Or do you think, you know what I mean? Like, cause I think that again, let's say Netflix come and say, yo, Reek, man, we want the Good Brother show on Netflix. You know, I think that it'll do well. I don't think that, these people, because that's the thing with podcasts. It's just like if you find the right show that you like, you know what I'm saying? It could be something. I
Right.
don't think it's necessarily dependent on the name of the person. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you used to be a rapper, you used to be a football player. It's like, come grab some people that people can relate to. That's like, oh shit, oh wait, he went to work today too, like me. You know what I mean? Like just regular people and give them a spot as well. I think they should do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can foresee them doing that, but who do you choose? Because when you're thinking about just Netflix in general, they they spend a lot of money, but they make a lot of money. But they spend a lot of money. Like if you go on Netflix right now, half the programming is Netflix originals. That's them paying for the camera crew, paying the actors, paying for marketing and advertisers. And there's no direct return like it was in 1995 to where Netflix is just a movie house and they can oversee 2,000 movie theaters in America,
Right.
charge everybody $15 a movie ticket, and then get their money back. Essentially, they're pouring all these money into things so they can maintain and what's the word I'm looking for? Not maintain, just so retain, so they can retain, so you can retain your subscription to Netflix.
Mm,
And even with those tiers, there's like the commercial tier, there's the tier without commercials. All the shit is centered around advertising dollars and your subscription. Those are the only two ways Netflix makes money: the niggas that want to advertise on there, or the niggas that's paying that premium price of $20 a month.
right.
And the reason why I just went on that whole rant is because when you're looking to see what you can do to get eyes while simultaneously having so much programming, where do you even look? The only places that they look are people that they know are a guaranteed hit to maintain the eyes. Because there's only two ways to make money. So if they come to me and you are entertaining people. Me and you are dope. I feel like me and you can capture a listener's ear and have people subscribe to our show. But Netflix doesn't know that, so they can only go by metrics. But if they go to Fat Joe, Fat Joe has metrics.
Right.
Fat Joe has a 30-year history in entertainment. Jadakiss is a 30-year history in entertainment, so on and so forth. So I do think it would be dope if Netflix did a sub channel
Mm,
called Netflix Indie.
mm-hmm,
And I feel like if they did Netflix Indie, then Tubi wouldn't be in business.
mm,
And if they did the same way there was like MTV and MTV2 and ESPN and ESPN2, if there was a Netflix Indie where they did nothing but independent programming and, like shoot a 50-50 deal with you, like, yo, we go with half the bread, you take half of the bread, whatever you make, you keep, know what I mean? But you're on our platform, so we need half,
right.
but we're not gonna jerk you, so here's other half. I feel like that shit will be fire. But everything just being under the Netflix umbrella,
Mm-hmm.
after a while, it's just too much shit to watch.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Do you think other
And
places like Prime is going to follow suit, like Hulu? Do
they
you think?
have to,
You
because
think so?
niggas is all getting money the same way, son. There's only two ways to make money in streaming, my nigga: subscriptions and advertising, son.
Right.
So of them niggas, like even right now, Google Play went bankrupt.
No, I don't. Damn.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, my nigga. Google Play is another subscription model that couldn't keep up with Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing that's gonna happen with Prime. I mean, you can have all the bread in the world, but if you can't retain eyes, and if you can't retain your subscription base, bro, you cooked out here. So they're going to have to do it because the unique thing about being alive in 2026 is there's so many entertainment mediums. It's kind of overwhelming, son,
Yeah.
because your kids, like your very children, might never watch TV. Many niggas might watch Kai Cenat and Speed.
Yeah.
Me and you might be a Netflix nigga, and I might be a YouTube nigga.
Right.
That's three different places to watch things.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, who's gonna go over to Amazon Prime? Who's gonna go over to Hulu? Who's gonna go over to Netflix? Who's gonna go over to Paramount? Like all these niggas are legitimately fighting for their life for eyes because eyes have more options to look at things than ever before. Before you had cable, and that was it, my
That
nigga.
was it.
Either you was going to the movies, you was
Yeah.
going to Blockbuster, or you was in the crib. And whatever's in the crib, they got down on Smash. You watching CBS,
Right.
NBC. If you black like me and you're watching BT. All right, this music video is whack. You watching MTV. All right, this music video is whack.
And
You're
pay per
watching
view every now and
VH1.
again.
You know what I'm saying? Pay-per-view is for stand-up comedy and
Yeah.
sporting events. So it's like, nigga, it was cool to have shit on Smash.
Yeah.
But there's 900 streaming services, bro.
Yeah.
And everybody is just fiending, not necessarily fiending, but niggas is just crossing their fingers to hope that we can get enough eyes on this so we can profit off of it. But I
Right.
cut you off. What was you
No,
saying?
I was just saying that I was listening to Ice T. Did you hear that interview he did on the Breakfast Club?
I didn't.
Okay, he had him and this dude Big Court that be with Master P. They got their own network out now called the OG Network, and they in like 100 and some countries, and they're looking for independent film. Like they like basically want to be like a Tubi, but even more. they the way he was saying it was like, let's say if you go to them with your podcast, they like put your podcast on their platform, you know what I'm saying, and give you the eyes and everything and get a percentage, whatever the case. But they like got a whole network that they're building, and they put all Ice T movies on it, to jump it off and all that, and it's on
Uh-huh.
Roku. It's on Roku, and I was just thinking, okay, I need to find out, I need to watch that because they might want some podcast on there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he said. He's like, yo,
Right.
it's a lot of people that's talented as hell on Tubi. You know what I mean? Like I watch Tubi. If you look at the movies, yo, some of them storylines be good as hell. The acting may not be 100. It's an independent film, but these are still
Yeah.
talented people. You know what I'm saying? Creating this content. And it's just like, damn, they started a whole network called the OG Network, and it's in 100 some countries, and they're looking for stuff to put on their platform.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, damn, I was listening to that earlier, and I was just like, damn, like you said, it's a lot of ways to create content, and just you could, YouTube is around still too. You could build your YouTube channel up and get money there too. It's like that's like your own TV station. This is
Right.
crazy, man. Like I watch a lot of Ali Sadiq. You watch him, the stand-up comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at he do full stand-up straight to YouTube. Like, cause
I binge
Netflix was
I
turning
binge
him
watched all
down.
shits too.
Yo, he's funny, man. His storytelling
Yeah.
is like is different. You know what I mean? Especially him talking about boxing his son and shit. I'm like, yo, that shit
Hell
funny
yeah.
as hell, man. But yeah, that shit, man. I just, I don't know, man. I like that we got this thing here that we could podcast and we can like create. Cause my thing is this, like when I used to play basketball, right? Every day I go to the court, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go and be better than I was the day before. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, with podcasting, it's like, all right, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna sit down on this mic, and whatever I did the last time I was here, I'm gonna try to perform better. You know what I mean? Push myself to be better and better, take it more serious, and like really try to build something out of this because I feel like the fact that I am even trying this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a million people walking around right now that's like, yo, I could do a podcast, this is not, but they're never gonna actually attempt to start it. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
At all.
fuck it. I got the balls to start this shit. We gonna see what it do, and I'm gonna push myself to make some pop. However long it take, I'm gonna travel the road to get there, and we gonna get this shit jumping. You know what I'm saying? Like
OD.
I like that shit, man. How you feeling about the music game, man? Me personally, I'm a vintage. I'm a retro nigga, man. Like I like some of the new stuff, but I'm always listening to like AZ and shit like that. I don't know. I'm just, I don't know, man. This shit, the music game look crazy right now, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah. You know what? I think about things a lot, and I try to be in the moment and present as often as I can. And the reason why I'm saying that is with music specifically, like your taste is going to be curtailed to what you grew up on because sonically that's what you're going to be used to because this was your introduction to something in the first place. So if your introduction to music is listening to Biggie and Jay-Z and Nas, things that don't sound like that, you might, unless you have like an open ear, you might be like, oh, that shit is corny. I need that real shit. But if you're 20, so you was 10 years old in 2016, you look at Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi the same way me and you look at Nas.
right, yeah,
So because the reason why I say this is because I was having a conversation with one of the homies when we was having some drinks. I was like, yo, because I'm 35 right now, right? And I was asking him like, yo, if we was 35 in 2001, do you think we would fuck with G Dep? Like, nigga, we like special delivery because we was 11. But imagine, you know what I'm saying? Imagine being born in 1970 and now you 30, whatever. Now you'll be 31 in 2001 and you get smacked silly. Get like, what the fuck is this nigga talk? You know what I'm saying? So with that same mind frame, like, I do not want to be the nigga with the dated ears. Let
yeah,
me try to give this shit a chance. And I'm trying, and I haven't perfected it yet.
yeah.
But I'm trying to find that silver lining between something that's quality music and me just being old.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know
there's
what
a
I mean?
couple
So
people.
I try to be open to things, but I don't
Right.
know because I don't want to just be trapped in the past.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, think about if you ever because you sound like you're a nigga that watches interviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you listen to a Wu Tang interview, or if you listen to a Redman interview, or if you listen to a Nas interview, a Fat Joe interview, like or Fat Joe interview, like in the '90s, all their parents were saying that hip hop sucks
Right.
because nigga, this ain't no Duke Ellington, this ain't no Al Green, this ain't no Barry White, this ain't no James. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now fast forward, nigga, that's us talking about Nas.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you really think about it that way.
Yeah. I,
So it's like I don't know what's whack, and I don't know what I'm not connected to just because I'm older.
right. Yeah. That's the struggle that I got, man. You know, I like I'm just a big hip hop head, and I do listen
Yeah,
to these guys. You know, but certain stuff I know is not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughters, they blast Young Boy. I don't, you know, I don't have nothing against it. I just know that I can't listen to but so much of Young Boy. You know what I mean? Like
but that's how my uncles felt when I was blasting Ludacris.
right. Yeah.
They was like, "Why the fuck are you listening to this nigga?" I mean, some of his songs is. Meanwhile, I'm thinking Ludacris is the man. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's. I try to keep that shit in my mind. Like, yo, I remember listening to Clips and Ludacris and all these niggas, and my uncles was like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck is this, my nigga? What is this?"
Right.
So now it's NBA YoungBoy and shit, and I'd be like, "Yo, I don't want to be old. Yo, I don't want to be old. It's just hard, son.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be listening,
It's
yo.
just
I'm trying to
hard."
tell you, man. I'll be like, yo, but I do like do you be seeing Coast Contra?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. And it's crazy that like two of those kids are Rascast from LA. That's his sons. I'm like, damn, that shit passed down, you know what I mean? Like you really could pass your genes down through your kids. Like that shit is crazy. Cause he's
OD.
he's a, talented West Coast artist, and to have twins
Hmm.
that rap on that level, I just be like, damn. But like it's like also it's like, damn, I feel like they should be way, way bigger than they are. But this shit is a different world we living in now, you know?
The type of music that they make isn't profitable.
Yeah. But damn,
It was
how did the
profitable,
switch come though? It's like that was profitable and then it became not profitable. Like
bro.
that
It
shit
all
crazy.
started. It happened right in front of my face, bro. It happened with white tea music. I narrowed it down.
Yeah.
I legitimately narrowed it down, son. Once things were centered around gaining popularity and not showcasing skill level,
Mm,
that was like the start of the demise. So I can pinpoint it to '05. Like in my white tee and all that type of shit, bro, and snap music,
yeah.
when they can just, because you can say the same shit. Like what niggas don't talk about Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi or whoever raps now. Like name an artist that's like out right now, whatever. That's fucking 20 years old.
Mm,
Nigga, if you were a 30-year-old in '06 and you saw fucking what's my son name? Uh oh shit, that Laffy Taffy, whatever that nigga's name is.
oh
You're
yeah, I
like,
know
yo,
who you
what the
talking
fuck?
about.
You know what I'm saying? D4L nigga. I'm like,
D4L, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure niggas like, yo, what happened to the music that I love, son? What happened? Well, I used to listen to Redman. I used to listen to Das Effects.
Right.
I used to listen to Corrupt.
It
Who
felt
is
it
this
felt like we
nigga?
had more options back then.
We didn't though. That's the thing. We didn't. So niggas was paying to be on 106 in Park, bro. We didn't. We
So
didn't
so
have more
so
options.
so you saying like even back then that we was getting fed that music that we was
Yes. Shit, it's the same thing that's happening now has been happening for 20 years, my nigga. Like niggas gravitate towards something sonically. They do some tests. They see what garners the most attention, and then they sell it because music is a product. Like we love it because it's like music and there's artistic expression. But the white people's like, nigga, we don't give a fuck about black artistic expression. What's making us this money?
right.
You know what I mean? All right, niggas don't care about lyrics no more. What do niggas care about? Oh, they just care about theatrics and running around and being on lean and having yellow hair and shit like that. All right, cool. This is what we on.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, niggas always go towards what's profitable, bro. Niggas don't go towards what's like what's true to the art. Cause what the fuck is that, nigga? Listen to fucking Miles Davis. You want to listen to some shit that's true to the art. These niggas is on shit like, bro, I'm trying to get the money.
Right. And own your shit while they at it.
Word.
While you
And
get
own it.
fucked up. That's crazy too. Like they could just really own your shit while you now, you know what I'm saying? All the fame and all
Right.
that's gone. You are obsolete somewhere and they just eating off your shit. And then they kids gonna eat off that shit. Do you think it's
The
the same way
greatest
with the
trick,
movies too?
the greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was saying that entertainment is a young man's game. Because I do think it's the same way with the movies, but they get you at your most vulnerable state. The same way there's predatory lending with going to college, there's predatory contracts when you're entering entertainment. Because if you're just fresh out of high school, what do you really know about the world for real?
Yeah.
So niggas can just throw a bunch of words in your face, and you're gonna be like, all right, cool, this is gonna get me lit. And this is why they try to trick you into thinking that being old in music is fucking a dub. And it's not really the case. It's just you get smarter when you get older and they no longer can take advantage of you. So they make it seem like being old is not the wave. Solely for this reason. Same shit with movies, bro.
That's a crazy
Like niggas
that's a real ass point right there that I never thought about it. Cause they will
trying to
throw
tell
that
you,
shit in
son.
your face. Like, oh, you a certain age, don't rap. But it's just like, nigga, at this age, I done live life. You know what I'm saying? I know
Nigga, you
everything that's
can't jerk
going
me.
on. You can't jerk
I know
me.
what's going on.
Wow.
I've
I
had
never
homies
thought
that's
of that.
been jerked.
Right.
Know what I mean, but when you're 19, what the fuck you know about getting jerked for real? You don't
Right.
know nothing for real.
Right.
You're
That's
not even the
crazy.
same person at 19.
That's crazy. I never even
So
thought
they get you
about
at your
that.
most impressionable. They get you at your most impressionable when you know you're not gonna have the wherewithal to sit down and read. And then by the time you're our age, it's like, nigga, we already got all the bread out of you. Good luck. Yeah, take your masters back, nigga. You're not
Yeah.
making no money now. Here, take it back.
Yeah. That
Good
shit.
luck.
Yeah. You're 100% right on that, man.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And to answer your question from earlier, I do think it's the same way with movies.
Yeah, because movies, man, I like to go to the movies. You know, I'm a big movie. I like to
Right.
grab the wife, go to. I just went. The last two movies that I seen was the Housemaids and Primate, which was actually pretty
Hmm.
good. I like both of them joints. You know, I would definitely
Yeah.
recommend it. They both bugged out, but like I said, you know, I remember being able to go buy an early movie. You know what I mean? Then stand there because you're
Yeah.
about to sneak into another 2, 3 movies in that motherfucker because there's so many movies
That's a
playing
fact.
at the same time. And I'll be, you know, I'm one of those dads, right? Like, I don't know if you ever seen this dude. He's on Instagram. It's a white dude, but he's always playing like classic hip hop for his son. You ever see that guy?
I might have.
Okay, I'll try and find him again. I think I follow him, but you know, sometimes it'd be hard to find him. But I'll send you a video of the
Yeah.
dude. But he'll be like playing like his son will be sitting on the couch, and let's say he'll just run up to him and break a Nas lyric down or something like that. So it's like I'll you know, with my kids, I'd be like, come on, let's have a family movie night. So we'll watch something, and you know, I try to, all right, let me know what y'all want to watch, and then I try and put them on to something that I grew up on. You know what I mean, like Richie Rich,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, Blank Check and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to say, yo, y'all don't really, y'all got movies, but not like that. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't really have a
Right.
lot of movies. Y'all don't really got a lot of nothing, if you think about it. Because I'm like, yo, your
For real.
favorite movies.
But they do. But they do. You know what it is? They just have too many options, bro. Just think about it. Things is very linear when we grew up. There was a movie house or there was a production company or whatever that thing had to go through the ringer. All right, we can take some risks on this. If it doesn't fucking max out in the theater, all right, maybe we can make some bread on Blockbuster sales. Or maybe we can make some bread on VHS sales. Or maybe we can make some bread on DVD sales and that'll give us a whole new ad revenue. But outside of basic cable, there's nowhere for nobody to really watch nothing. So we can create literally whatever the fuck we want because what else are these niggas gonna do? Fast forward to now, there's plenty of things niggas can do about it. Niggas don't need to know about your movie at all. Niggas can get tapped into. You can meet people that are like, yo, bro, all I do is watch Amazon Prime. I have a homie that does nothing but watch. He has a YouTube Premium. He watches everything on YouTube Premium, bro. If it's not on YouTube, he's not watching it.
Right.
There's other niggas that fuck with Disney Plus. There's other niggas that fuck with Hulu. My aunt specifically fucks with Peacock. You feel me? So it's
Yeah.
like when you have all these options, it's not the fact that these kids don't have nothing. It's just the fact that these kids have everything.
True.
And when you have everything, what do you go towards?
Right. Damn. They see. Yeah. You showing me some different ways to think about things. Cause I be looking like I be telling my kids, I'm like, yo, cause I got my oldest daughter's 18. She's about to be 18
Yeah,
Friday. My second daughter is
tough,
16, about to be
smooth, smooth.
17 this summer, and my son is 10.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I be talking to them, and I'm like, yo, you're right. Like it's like this generation of kids, they got so much, shit. Like it's like my daughters, they'll be home, but like my oldest daughter may be in her room, like I don't know, on her laptop or something. My other daughter
Right.
will be, she's into Legos and fucking Grey's Anatomy. Right, she wants to be a
Right.
surgeon when she grows up. She's like on her third time watching Grey's Anatomy, and that shit got like 27 seasons. I'm like, okay, so I'm like, yo, y'all don't want to go in each other's room and like watch a movie or something, but like they are entertained within their own thing. You know what I mean? It's like whatever
Exactly.
entertains me, like we don't have to share this same entertainment. But me, I'll be in the room with my cousins 40 deep watching, Halloween or some shit. But
Right.
them, they
Exactly.
like, nah, she's watching Grey's Anatomy, but I want to watch, you know, this makeup video or some shit. And it's just like, damn, I be looking like, yo, I'm gonna pull us
If
together.
if ev- if every restaurant you went to had 1,000 things on the menu, where would you go to eat?
Man. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? This is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. Because it's just like a different world, man. But I do feel like we grew up in like the perfect time, because we got to go through
I
so
agree.
many different levels of technology, entertainment,
We're the
fashion,
same age as
movies.
technology, low key.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Like
man.
we was there when cell phones came out. We
Right,
was there when DVDs came out. We was there when CDs came out. We was there when Wi-Fi came out. Literally, when
yeah,
Wi-Fi came out like '99, bro. We was there when AOL came out. We was there when no funny shit. We was there when the internet came out. The internet came out in '93, my nigga.
right,
Through Al Gore. Al Gore came out with the fucking internet project that came out, and that was like one of the primary reasons why he was able to go for the camp for the presidency in the first place, because he literally introduced the internet when we were three. You know what I'm saying? So we are literally the same age as technology. MySpace came out when I was in high school, my nigga.
right,
Facebook came out when I was in 12th grade.
right.
You feel what I'm saying? Twitter came out when I was in college. So it's like when you putting all this shit out, it's like nigga, we just so I really do feel like that we're the perfect generation because we're the niggas that really saw the old way of doing things when you was just outside and there was nowhere like that. Like once you left your crib, your parents just had to hope you came back.
Right. Ain't no
Now with your
telling.
10-year-old son, you can put an Apple tag in his pocket, my nigga,
Right. And you know what's
and you can
crazy?
always know where your son is
He
at.
he don't even really want to go outside like that no more.
And that's another thing. Niggas don't even play outside no
Nobody,
more.
yo, my son, because he's 10 and he grew up a little faster because like he got a little phone quicker. You know what I mean? He's like
Yeah.
3 or 4 with a phone. We monitored it, but it's still like he's into technology and stuff. So me and his mother, we would Christmas time coming, my nigga, we buying this kid all type of shit. I'm like, no, he want that. I got the little tech decks, this and that. None of that shit ever interested him. You know what I mean? Because he likes to he'll rather play a video game on his phone or play on his PlayStation at 3 years old and 4 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he was 5 years old, we bought him a fucking remember when the PS's first cop and niggas was reselling them joints all crazy? They was sold out everywhere. Paid $800 for a PlayStation for this kid. He was 5 years old because he wouldn't play
Hell
with
yeah.
no toys. And I'm looking at him now, and I'm like, he calls himself a gamer. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, yo, you're so much different from me when I was 10 because I want to go outside. I'm in the mud getting dirty, playing tag, football in the street, two-hand touch, running in the cars, all type of shit. And
Right.
you are in your room, with your gaming setup, chilling. And, you know, being that we moved here to Chicago from Maryland, you know, like his core friends, he got a bunch of friends here now because, you know, kids, they adapt to each other quickly. But he'll be in the room with his friends and it's just like as if he's still in Maryland. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
he still got the same D squad. Even though he's 9.5 hours away from them, he still literally is on the phone with the D squad all day. You know what I mean? Playing
Yeah,
games, talking.
what would your life be like if you had FaceTime at 10 years old?
Oh my goodness, that's I be
You feel what I'm saying?
yo. You know what's crazy? I tell my kids that because I'm like, yo, when we moved when we was younger, that was it. Now it's got to get a
Word.
whole new everything. I got to get new friends. You know what I mean?
I'm never gonna see these
I'm
niggas
never
again.
gonna see these niggas ever again in life. You know what I'm saying? Ever in life. To
It's over.
Nigga, we might be seeing motherfuckers today that we knew when we was kids that, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers done moved away.
Oh shit, nigga, I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, like, yo. And I'm telling my kids, I'm like, yo, my cousin Isaiah, I only saw him in the summer, right? He grew up in North Carolina and then his parents got divorced. So his pops lived in East Hampton. So he would come to East Hampton for the summer. We go out there and we spend our whole life, right? It was me, my cousin Isaiah, and my cousin Robert. It was us three. And that was our thing in the summer. Like I couldn't wait. You know what I mean? It's like he's like basically like my brother because his dad is my uncle and my godfather. You know, we grew up as brothers. You know, so all year long, my nigga, I'm collecting on my sneakers because again, when I see you, nigga, it's lit. We about to have a sneaker battle. You better have some shit.
Yeah.
We doing all of this shit, right? So then as we became adults, I end up moving to Maryland. He ended up moving to Maryland, a half hour away from us. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy because all our life we grew up, I'm only seeing you in the summertime. Now as adults, we move a half hour away from each other. And guess what? I barely saw him. You know what I mean? Like we'll text and shit.
Crazy.
Like he's working, I'm working, family. We barely saw each other. And now I live in Chicago. We definitely ain't gonna see each other like that. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Because I was just close enough to actually see this nigga every day and talk shit with him like we used to do in the summertime. But, you know, as adults, you got mad responsibilities going on. Shit different. You know what I mean?
Especially with you, because you had kids early.
Yeah. You know, he don't got no kids. This nigga want to go play basketball at 5 in the morning and 6 and all that. I'm like, my nigga, I got to go to work. You know what I mean? And then when I get off from work, my nigga, I'm too tired to play ball, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Like his brother, which is my cousin, right? He used to like write plays when he come up in the summertime. And my this is why I'm saying like the difference between like how I grew up and how they grew up. Like when I go to visit them, my uncle, this guy that I'm talking about, he's the only person that actually tried. He came to Riverhead and said, "Listen, you fucking up. You got to come live with me in East Hampton." You know what I'm saying? Like, but of course, me being a knucklehead, I didn't take him up on that offer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they come visit me, my cousin Robert, he used to always write plays because he wanted to be in Broadway when he get older. And me and my cousin Isaiah on some NBA shit. You know what I mean? Like we'll go to the school, we'll go to the college and play 1-on-1 to 100. You know what I mean? And we was like, yo, he wouldn't let us play basketball until we helped him out. My cousin Robert, like let's say if he writing a play, we wasn't allowed to go play basketball till we help him with his play. So it's like if he want to do a little play, I gotta be a tree. I gotta go stand in the corner and pretend to be a tree. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, come on, niggas is trying to go ball. I ain't got time to be standing here being no fucking tree. But I say that to say, my cousin Robert, he ended up being on Broadway.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? And he got a show on HBO because he bought a slave house in Massachusetts. And HBO gave him a show of him like rebuilding the show. And I look at that shit, I'm like, damn, I really watched him manifest this shit. You know what I'm saying? At 9 years old, like that's all he wanted to do. He didn't give a fuck about nothing we had going on, my nigga. He just writing plays and dancing to be on Broadway. And I be telling my kids that I know I grew up without nobody pushing me, so I push my kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you want to do. If you want to be a damn a tic-tac-toe, professional tic-tac-toe player. Fuck it, we gonna do it. You know what
Well,
I
we
mean?
about to train. Fuck
We
it.
about to train, my nigga. You know, and that's the type of shit because my oldest daughter, she wants to be a lawyer, and my youngest daughter wants to be a surgeon. So I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna
Ooh,
push y'all to do this. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like my oldest
And it
daughter,
starts now.
it starts now, and they you know, it's that shit. I'm ranting, but it's just like when I get passionate because like I know how many opportunities that I
Hey,
passed
brother,
up
it's your
on.
show.
You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying because you, like, you know, when you think back at your life and you see like you said, we grew up with all of this. We grew up at the prime era. So I don't know what the future is gonna hold for them. So it's like I gotta set them up now. You know what I mean? Because look what's happened in our lifetime with all this internet shit and you know the way the world is. Like I just want them to be
Right.
prepared because I wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? I'm still figuring this shit out as a grown ass man with a wife and 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to make this
Right.
shit as easy for them as I can. You know, do you plan on having kids at some point?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like I did it the right way
Yeah.
because I mean, I beat myself up about it sometimes because it's like, you know what? I am old enough to be like you are. I'm old enough to have like an 18-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like I would have been the very same thing that happened to me. I wouldn't have been no good as a dad if I was a dad at 20.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is where I was coming up and what my mentality was and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like I'm down to like lock in. I don't give a fuck about being outside. I
Right.
done traveled. I done got with as many hoes as a man can get with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. Now I don't gotta live in my crib. Like damn, so I really sacrificed my youth
Mm-hmm.
to be like a parent, which is honorable. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like for people who do it, like there's no right or wrong way of living.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking about me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And with me, it's like nigga. Now I'm in the space to like, all right, boom. I have a little one. I have a wife. I've lived enough life to where I can tap in and be comfortable with that,
Right.
and not feel like the urge to be like, nah, son, I'm fucking trapped. I'm fucking because I done did the party and I've done it.
Yeah.
I've been on the trips. I've been to the clubs. I've gotten the bottles. I've been with the hoes. You know what I'm saying? I done
Yeah.
seen it. So the
Yeah.
only thing that's gonna be happening, I'm sorry for making too much noise, bro. I'm just
Nah,
getting
it's all
something to
good.
eat.
It's all good. This what I like about
But
podcasting, man. We in here.
you know what I mean? So now I'm on some shit to be like, all right, now I can lock in. I can fucking around and be a dad and lock in and show niggas the alphabet and show niggas how to read and
Yeah.
not like be scratching my neck because I want to get back outside and shit like that. And
Right.
so, so yeah, now I'm really like I'm more prone to do it now than ever before in my entire life.
Right. Yeah. I tell people all the time, man. You know, just for me, you know, you hear a lot of stories about like marriage and kids and shit like that. It's a lot of horror stories, you know what I'm saying? But shit, my nigga, I like being married. You know what I mean? Like this shit is
Wow.
dope to me. Like I got my best friend upstairs. I know she not going to let nothing happen to me. You know what I mean? That sense of comfort
Yeah,
of that you get, you know, when you got the right one. You know, like I said, I've been with her. We going on 21 years. Like
that is so fucking tough,
since the
bro.
first day we met and said what's up. And mind you, I probably was with like 8 niggas. Niggas trying to bum rush, right? I'm looking at niggas like, okay, how is all of y'all gonna talk? How is she gonna talk to 8 people? You know what I'm saying? Like women don't want that, my nigga. And you
Right.
know, she told me, she said, yo, you drew me to you by not doing that. Cause I needed to know what the fuck he got going on that he ain't coming up to me. You know what I mean? Like, but we talk. I broke her
Right.
headphone, so I'm like, listen, I could give you another headphone. You know, she came to my room the next later that day, and we was just talking. And I've never, since that first conversation, I've never not like we just been together every single day since then. And I want my son to have like a similar experience. You know what I mean? I want him to live his life and all that, but I'm gonna still be, you know, on top of him. I don't want him having mad kids, you know what I'm saying, spread all around and all that. Like I want him, get
Right.
right first, get what you want to do first, get your life together first, live your life. But it's gonna be at least however much I can, you know what I mean? Because people are gonna do what they develop their own personalities. But I want to let him know, like, yo, man, you might see your friends out here, with 5 baby moms and all that. I don't want that to be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I kiss my wife, my kids be like, yo, dad, come on. I'm like, hey, listen, I never in my life seen my mom and dad hug. Y'all better be lucky you're watching me, hug your mom. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Hell yeah.
this is not normal from how I grew up. You know what I mean? At all. So everything that we do is nothing that I ever did. I didn't never ate. You know what I mean? When I was coming up, yo, dinner's in the kitchen if you hungry. You know what I'm saying? But with
If
me,
you hungry.
yeah, if you hungry, dinner's in the kitchen. But with me, I'm like, yo, we all gonna sit down at the dinner table. Now we're gonna go around the dinner table and tell me how your day was. You know what I mean? So I can catch something if I need to catch something and talk about shit. I'm like, yo, I ain't never had this shit. So I'm just trying to structure some
Right.
shit like how I never had it. You know what I'm saying? It's dope though, man. So I know you, man. You funny, so I know your kid's they're gonna have that gene, man. It's gonna be dope though. Like especially when you see your
I
little
hope so.
one and you be like, damn, yo, I really created this person. You know what I mean? I look at my son, I'm like, yo, I created you. This is crazy.
Word.
You really like what? I got a son, and mind you, I had 2 girls first. So my wife said she pregnant again. I'm like, damn, nigga about to have 3 girls. All right, it is what it is. I got to be that
Like
dad.
that fucking Idris Elba movie.
Oh man, yeah. I was like, yo, when she told me it was a boy. I was like, okay, now you know how this gonna go. We getting dirt bikes and boxing and all
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you had your girls, you got your fun. I can't put them on no dirt bikes and shit like I want to, but yeah, man. Let me ask you this real quick. I wanted to get your opinion on this. I had seen this video. It said that this dude had got $1 million accidentally put into his bank account, and he chose a year in jail over returning the money. What would you do? I think he was a Nigerian
Same
guy.
shit.
Oh, you taking a year?
Every time.
Damn, yo, cause I don't know, man. I went against it. I said, you know what, man, I might have now a county bullet. Now, if I could do 8 months, I'd do that. I don't want to
A
give
year
him a
is
whole
worth your
12.
time.
Huh?
A year is worth your time, my nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro.
Damn, man. I might gotta reconsider, man. Cause I was like, yo, I'll give y'all 8 months, man. I might not do the 12.
D- Don't tell me how much you make. That's none of my business. But just when we get off the phone, I want you to sit there and be like, all right, this is my yearly salary. This is what I make after taxes. How many years would I have to work to make $1 million? Or do I just sit down for 1 year? Like it's not even a thought, nigga.
Hey, man, I fucked up, man. I fucked up. You're right. I would take that.
Are you kidding me? As a nigga with 3 kids, what? Your wife would leave you if you didn't take that fucking opportunity. You dumbass nigga. Who am I married to?
I fucked up, man. I fucked
You
up.
can bring $1 million in the crib if you just go on. What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you're right. I fucked up, man. I fucked up, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take the L. Fuck it. Y'all accidentally put
You know
it
what
in
I'm
your
saying?
account. I want to know what he
Nigga, a
did.
year is nothing.
Yeah, I fucked.
I will go to jail right now and come out next January and I'll come out a millionaire. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I fucked up, man.
I saw that same post, nigga. I'm in there.
Yeah, that shit like that don't be
Word.
happening though, man. Like I don't know, man. I shit like that would never happen to me. Like all that riding down the street in the armored truck, you know what I mean? Door flying open and all that.
But yo, let me tell you, son. Luck is in the eye of the beholder because you know how many niggas hate their wife, bro? You've been with your wife for 20 years, my nigga. 20 years ago. How old were you 20 years ago?
Well, I'm about to be 42 and
Yeah,
next
so
month.
you was 20. You was
Yeah.
22 fucking 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Just As a nigga in his 40s, that's a father and a husband. That's fucking high quality honor. There's nothing better in this world than that. Honestly, to be honest with you, bro.
Damn.
And bro, just think about this real quick, son. And this is just the way that you're speaking about your wife. I feel like I can say this confidently. Your wife is not out here getting piped by the mailman, son.
Yeah,
Your
hell no.
wife is not waiting for you to like. This is the shit I see in my life, bro. Like,
Yeah,
your wife is not waiting for you to go to sleep and saying like, "Yo, I'm about to go to the store real quick," and just getting piped in some tinted windows in the V outside.
right,
Like, you don't feel the need to like fuck bitches at work.
right.
You know what I mean? You love your kids. Y'all sit down and y'all eat as a unit. Son, the divorce. This is another reason why I'm still to this day like very hesitant about getting married, because if you claim to be a smart man,
Mm,
intelligence is whatever. Intelligence is based on what you perceive. You know what I mean? Whatever. But let's view yourself to be an intelligent person, and you just look at statistics, and you see that 50%, you have a 50% success rate on this working out, and among 50% success rate, if you guys get married, I'm sorry, if you guys get divorced, women initiate divorce 70% of the time, my nigga. This is a real number. I'm not making this up.
mm,
So your wife doesn't want to leave you. It doesn't sound like you're gonna get divorced, and you love your children, bro.
yeah,
That's luck, my nigga.
yeah. You know what? Yeah, I do feel that. You know what I mean? Because again, like, I tell people all the time. That's why I be saying like, yo, marriage. Marriage is dope. Now, again, I know everybody got. You know what I'm saying? They're different things, but I tell all the time. I feel lucky. You know what I mean? I always like feel blessed because I get to do shit now that I didn't get to do before. Like on some family shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
do you have any other baby mothers?
no,
Does your wife have any other kids?
no.
You know how rare that is, bro?
No, never. And
But
she
what I'm
was.
saying is, do you know
Oh
how
yeah,
rare
yeah,
that
yeah.
is?
That's. That's
That don't be the case, my nigga.
right. Usually I got 4 or 5 kids. She might got 2 kids and shit
Not
like that.
even, not even. Like, even if you just, even if we're not speaking on like on some pessimistic shit, right? Let's just talk about real life, because both of us, me and you, were two grown men. You lock in with Shorty young. You think you're about to go the distance. You do whatever. Y'all have a seed. Y'all start to outgrow each other. That kid doesn't go nowhere. Now, you're a single father. She's a single mother. Y'all go into the world. You meet somebody else. Now, you're in your 30s. Whatever. I got a little seed. Whatever. You meet another shorty. She was in a situation that you was in. She was tapped in with a nigga. She thought she was in a 6-year relationship. From when she was 22 to 28, she thought it was gonna be forever. She had a seed with a nigga. Boom, now she's a single mom. Again, that's just how it happens.
Right.
Not even on some, yo, I got 5 BMs.
Yeah,
It's
not on some
even
regular
if you
shit.
do it,
Just like life
even
shit.
if you do it like the noble route. Like, I had a child with somebody I fell in love with, but the relationship didn't work.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. That
So
shit
the fact that
crazy.
neither of y'all got kids is fire, son.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, y'all have kids with each other, but I'm
Right.
talking about prior
Like
to meeting
outside,
each other.
yeah, like outside, yeah. I tell her all the time, like, I be like, yo, I had you since you was 18, right? Like she's literally 18,
Facts.
and she be
Yeah.
joking and shit, and it's like, I with me, like being that we met how we met, and I feel like we grew into where we are now because before we had kids and all that, we had us and long walks around Brooklyn just talking. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just talking. We might walk from Brooklyn to Manhattan. But she's from East New York. She went
Hmm.
to the school and we met and I'm just like, yo, we just I don't know, we just have things in common, you know what I mean? And it's like we just talk and we don't get tired of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like even right now, me being down here, like she probably misses me. You know what I mean? I don't know crazy shit, but she
Right.
probably want me to come
Yeah, I know
upstairs
what you
and
mean.
watch something with her. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's dope, man. And it's just like with our kids, I do feel like I got lucky because I got kids that still listen to me. You know what I mean? Like my daughter, she's 18, but she's still like a baby. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
she's I'm not I told her, I'm like, cause she's on some shit like, yo, she's getting college, her grade point average is like a 5 point something. Like she's getting her college letters now. And I'm like, yo, I want you to stay home with us. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm not that dad. Y'all ain't got to go nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, I want you here under my roof with my eyes on you as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you want to go to college and do all of this and that, but let me show you, you know, you can go to college, but you could also go to college from home too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go and rack up, you know what I mean? Crazy amount of debt and all of this stuff. Cause my oldest, she's more of a free thinker. You know what I mean? Cause she's like, yo, dad, I'll go to college in Europe. Like, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, I want that for you, but I also want you to be home with me forever. You know what I mean?
No. The one thing I will say though, and this is some reality shit, although I super feel you, the career fields that they're choosing, they have to go to school, son.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Like
that's
a
inevitable.
lawyer and a surgeon, like you have to go to school.
Yeah. I just want them to
No.
go to school from home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to go
To
in
be a
dorms.
lawyer, good luck.
I
To be a
know. That's my dad. Look, that's my dad. My wishful dad thinking. You know what I'm saying? I want
Right.
to. I want to protect. I want them to protect. But I
Oh,
know
for
that
sure.
they gotta go and and do their thing, man. But you know they looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. And not for nothing, college is very unique where this is your entrance into the real world,
Yeah.
but everybody is your age. There's
Yeah.
no other scenario like that on planet Earth.
True.
Like, if you leave the crib and you're 18, because you said that you dropped out in 10th grade,
Yeah.
nigga, you enter the workforce, there's in their 60 years old, there's niggas in their 50, there might be a 40-year-old, mama 3, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
When you in college, nigga, we all 18 to 22, and we all do something.
Right.
That is a unique experience, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's why I think my grandmother, you know what I mean? Because I told my wife, I'm like,
Right.
yo, if I didn't do that, you know what I mean? Like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already out of
Right.
school. I didn't have the mentality to actually go back to school. You know what I mean? In the first place. So what am I really doing out here? Am I running
And
around
you
the
bet your
streets?
wife on some, you just was just pulling up just to kick it, right?
Huh?
When your grandmother told you to pull up and to get into HEOP program, whatever,
Yeah.
you wasn't even going to school, right? You were just pulling up just to see what was good.
Well, that day, when she was telling me, when I went there with my man boss, because he was actually waiting and got in there. And this my nigga from the hood, like, you know what I mean? Fly nigga
Yeah.
and all that. But I went there with him. Then I called grandma, like, hey, I want to do the program. So she got me into school. And I'm a
Okay.
full-fledged college student. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
she
Fire.
put my dorm right next to my man dorm. I was 11J, his room was 12J. Same floor. You know what I'm saying? So I actually just was a regular old college student. Like, I was going to school for audio production, you know, learning how to make like music and doing film and shit. And I had like art classes and shit. Like, cause I didn't want to go and do like, you know, the math and science and all that. I wanted to do some
Yeah.
hands-on shit. So I'm like, yo, I'll get into this movie world or this music world. And I was a full-fledged college student, my nigga. Even though I dropped out at 10th
Tough.
grade, you know, so I did get to experience college, like in LIU,
Yeah.
Brooklyn. I'm just in the dorms chilling, and I met my wife, and we was in there. She come to my room. I go stay in her room, you know, because you do it's college, so you can go wherever you want. And
Yeah.
yeah, we just
I've
we
been to
just locked
LIU a
in.
few times actually.
Oh yeah. So yep, that's where it was.
I
Man.
tapped in.
And I fucking, you know, there was a point in time where I went on there, you know, my man Ren, he came in through the same program that I met. He was from Brooklyn as well. And, you know, I went in and tried to do the basketball thing, you know what I'm saying? Go in there and they let me come play and all that. I'm busting niggas' ass, but of course I the way I got in the, you know, they didn't recruit me. I got in there how I got in there. They wasn't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm in here getting busy, like I'm showing you niggas that like, yo, you could sit them two niggas down over there. Like, I'll take either one of their spots. Like, but they wasn't fucking with me. So I was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with them niggas, man. They already had their people. You know what I mean? Like, niggas, they probably been drafted, like, scouting since 10th grade and all that. But me and my man went in there and was busting ass, but they ain't fuck with us. You know what I mean? So I just like fuck it. I ain't do the ball thing. Word, that shit crazy. Hold on. You, you,
Yeah,
you.
yeah, my
Oh,
fault, bro.
oh yeah, yeah. Nah, I was just saying. I don't know if you had heard. I just was saying that I went on to try and do the ball thing, but they wasn't fucking with
Yeah,
me. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I heard that they been
Okay.
scouting niggas and all that, and they
Yeah,
wasn't with
man.
the wave.
But yeah, man. So look, man. I definitely, I'm gonna let you. I know niggas got things to do and all that, man. But I do want to appreciate you for coming on the podcast, man, chopping it up with me, man. Hey,
It's a
you
fact,
do
yo.
yo,
Thank
do
you.
you remember I remember I called in. I remember I picked your voice. I was like, yo, that was me. I was like, yo, is this Reek, man? I listened to your podcast when I called that spot and you picked up the phone and I said, yo, I
Hold
can
on,
tell this
at my
voice.
old job.
Yeah, that was me that was like, yo, my nigga.
Nah, hold on, nah. You never told me that, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you end the show right here, son.
Yeah, that was me, yo. I was like, yo,
Yo,
this nigga sound familiar, man.
yes.
The odds of that shit was crazy, yo. I was like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga, am I bugging, man? Or do I listen to this nigga every week? Like,
yo, yo, hold on. I gotta tell your listeners the whole shit. So this is mad long. This is years ago,
yeah.
and fucking I was fucking working at this little bullshit call center. There's a town called Melville, and Melville is just a lot of like industrial buildings, shit like that. And the call center that I work with had a contract with Comcast Cable. So essentially, either I had to call niggas or niggas was calling me to just pay their cable bill, whatever. And I was there for like a little under a year, just trying to get some bread. And so I'm doing my 1 2, and so the way that call centers happen, I don't know if any of y'all have ever worked at a call center, is you're continually on the clock, and if people are not calling you, you can't just have downtime. There's an automated system to where you have to call niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you're just either you're answering a call or you're calling somebody.
Right.
And I think it was one of those times to where it was an automated call to you. So I'm like, yo, whatever, your bill. He was like, wait a minute, hold on. Fuck the bill, nigga. Yo, is this Reek? I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this? Like, nigga, I'll fuck listen to your show, nigga. You were for Comcast? Like, oh shit, I gotta quit this job, son. Shit going crazy.
But like, yo, I dead ass like when as soon as I heard you, I'm like, yo, I sat with it for a second. I'm like, nah, man, I heard this nigga before, man. I sat for a second, but I'm like, nah, it's too your voice and the way you talk is too distinct. I'm like, yo, is this Reek? I couldn't imagine, like, yo, could you imagine that random nigga calling you, like, yo,
Yeah.
Reek? out of
Yo, that's crazy,
out of
son.
all
I
the
didn't know.
thousands of people that could call, you know what I mean? Nigga, like, yo, Reek, like, nigga, what? This not even a direct line to me, my nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, I didn't even know I had like this like unique voice until like I grew up, because when you're growing up with niggas, like niggas have heard me speak like this forever.
Right.
So when I'm around new people, the niggas are, even to this day, like, nigga, you really talk like that? Like, talk like what, son? Like, what the fuck am I talking like? But yeah, son. It was you. It's two distinct days at that job that I remember. It was you. Like, yo, it was this Reek, and there was a nigga. I will never forget this conversation. Calling him. This nigga called up because he was with like some bullshit call associates trying to get his bill. Cause black people give it up. Niggas ain't trying to pay the whole shit.
Yeah, yeah,
So
like, yo,
niggas
bro,
just trying to pay the
yeah.
minimum and all that. So I'm working with him. He's like, yo, you've been the most helpful. So, as I'm talking to him, making little jokes and shit like that. And he was like, yo, can I ask you something, brother? He just knew I was black. I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? He was like, yo, why do you work there? Now, meanwhile, nigga, I'm on a fucking recorded line. My managers can hear me. My supervisor can hear me. And nigga just flat out like, yo, bro, why do you work there? I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, bro, I've never met somebody so calm. I never met anybody so entertaining. Usually it be these stiff ass niggas that don't want to help me. But
Right.
here you come and I feel like I'm talking to one of my homies. Yo, do you know about the story of if I'm not mistaken, it was like the story of Eddie Murphy. And I was like, nah. He was like, well, the role was initially supposed to go to someone else for Saturday Night Live. They had somebody queued up, but there was just this young kid that they had in the back of their mind, but they just wasn't really tapped in with him. And he just kept grinding, kept grinding. The dude that was supposed to take the spot at SNL as being like the token black guy, he ended up, fucking up his chance. Eddie Murphy came in and took the world by storm. And I believe somebody like you doesn't need to be at a fucking call center asking niggas if they can pay their bill. He said that verbatim on the phone when niggas
Wow.
listened. He was like, you, whoever the fuck you are, you need to quit that fucking job and go follow your dreams because I've never had a pleasurable experience like this on the phone in my life. And I got myself fired 3 months later.
Wow.
Word.
Yo, you got the gift, man. Like I said, man, when I seen that shit pop up on my feed, cause it's been a while, and I seen that shit, I'm
Word.
like, oh, okay. I'm tapping back in. That's why I hit you, yo. See
Yeah.
you back on it, yo. You wanna come on the
Yeah.
pod? You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm
I'm about
still
to record
growing,
my
and I
I'm
feel
about to record my new episode this weekend. I'm about to record my shit.
yes, sir, man. But listen, man, I definitely appreciate you chopping it up with me, man. And I definitely want to do it again sometime, man. This was
That's a
dope.
fact. Just let me know.
Yeah, bet, man. Again, man, I appreciate it, man. I definitely do,
I,
man.
I appreciate you too, Brody. Have a great night.
You too.